just bought myself the new Nintendo Game & Watch 35th anniversary model with Super Mario Brothers. It's got an ARM7 processor in it, and it's great fun to play. The problem that I found with this particular unit, it's vastly different from the old Nintendo Game & Watches, some of which had a clamshell design which gave you the ability to be able to protect the screen by closing the clamshell. Others had a little stand on the back of them that was made out of sprung steel, and that gave you the ability to use them, as the name says, much like a watch or clock. So I went ahead and started thinking about designing and manufacturing a 3D stand and slide-on cover that would protect the screen and give you the ability to be able to use the Game & Watch in the way that they say it should. Apparently, I think I might have discovered a bit of a gap in the market here, because I've printed a few of them and popped them up on eBay just to see if people were interested. And unsurprisingly, they started selling. So the software that I've used to design this Game & Watch stand and cover is called Shaper 3D, and I've shown it before on my YouTube channel. I absolutely adore this software. It's really quite cool. It's for the iPad Pro. Traditionally, you'd have to use the Apple Pencil with it as well to actually create. But they seem to have changed that now. I believe you can use a keyboard and mouse. Anyway, that's the fine detail. So what I did to start off with is I just created a sort of solid, if you like, an outline of the actual Nintendo Game & Watch. And then what I did is I went ahead and designed a case, a very basic sort of case around that Nintendo Game & Watch. I started playing around with different materials. I'll show you some of that later on. And, I sort of went with, I looked at, some old khaki pair of trousers. And then I realised perhaps it would be better to buy something that was perhaps a little bit more sort of professional. So I went with felt. And I have lots of this lovely felt now. And that seems to work an absolute treat. So we've got clearly then the stand here with the cable track on the back of it. And then we have the slide-on case cover here. And you can see it all looking quite pretty. Oh, so pretty in this 3D environment, and we can look all around it and all that kind of good stuff. So let's just pop out of there and let's actually have a look at some of the actual design that I did. Here you can see a cable path, and then what I decided to do was just put these little nodules on the top of the cable path that ever so slightly overhang. So you can see that guy there, and you can see that it just overhangs that cable path ever so slightly and just sort of squishes that cable in place. And then this has been designed such that it's on an angle that's appropriate for you to be able to view the screen nicely in the evenings and use it as your alarm clock or your clock. So that's the stand. And then we have the case itself, which actually I'm really quite happy with. I went through a few different iterations of the case. So one of the key things about the case was trying to get the felt to sit in place, and when you pushed the Game & Watch into the case, the felt would bunch up here and here. So I found that actually just putting a little recess in here, which is only a 0.5 mil in size, something along those lines, that little 0.5 mil recess just really helped. And then clearly we've got a hole here for the USB, and we also have a hole here for the speaker as well. And I've taken off all of the sharp edges and all that kind of good stuff, and I'm absolutely digging this. This is working a treat, and they're flying off the shelves at the moment, which is really quite cool. In fact, a 3D printer is having a hard time keeping up with demand at the moment. It seems to be doing quite a lot of overnight printing. So there we go. That's pretty much how I designed and developed it in Shaper 3D. Right, let's have a look at some of the product. So I spent quite a lot of time thinking about different kinds of material that I would use to stop plastic rubbing against plastic and protect the Game & Watch whilst just sliding it into the cover. And it also occurred to me, in one orientation the cover would slide on, and so if you decided you wanted to put the Game & Watch in your pocket and you had a lot of junk in your pocket, like some of us do, you'd protect the screen on the Game & Watch. The screen is rather beautiful on the Game & Watch, and it's well worth protecting. I realised the stand could also be used to grasp the USB-C cable, effectively acting like a cable tidy and holding that cable in position on your desk. I've also fitted some felt underneath the stand in order to discourage the stand from sliding around on your desktop. So if you have this Game & Watch and you'd like one of these stands and slide-on cases, have a look in the link section down below. There'll be a little eBay link in there for you. And if you know somebody that has one of these Game & Watches, perhaps point them towards this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, everyone. Make sure you give us a good old thumbs up. Any comments or suggestions for improvement are welcome. And please make sure you have a wonderful week and weekend. Take care, everyone. Cheers and beers.